How are you?
Hang on a minute.
I'll be right back.
On principle, I am not playing a game called Ponymon. Like you gotta be
But you
more
have to play them all.
you gotta be more creative than Pony Monster. Come on, you gotta be more creative than that shit. All right, let's get this out on Twitter. Anyway, how's everybody doing? Hello?
I'm doing all right. And yourself?
I am munching a potato. Not potato.
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 Oh God, I hope it's not a blue one.
I'm out of. I mean, if you want, I could go get some blue food color.
All right, Chifundo.
I need some salt. I definitely could use some salt. Let me go get some salt.
Hello. So quiet in here.
And you ruined it. Way to go, Linzabi.
Oh, I ruin everything. You know that. So how is everybody?
I'm doing okay. I'm admiring my new dice.
Alright, so I've got some 100% distilled genuine moon tears here, aka salt.
Are,
There we
are,
go.
are you making the moon cry
Now a
again?
potato should be tasty.
Fee, are you making the moon cry again?
When do we not make moon cry?
Has he ever stopped?
When do we not?
True. You make him cry all the time.
Yes, I have some genuine moon tears for all my potato now. If you're all curious, this is my actual dinner. Shredded cheese, a potato, butter, and salt.
More like a snack or an appetizer.
Yeah, also get a comparator salad.
I mean, baked potato bars are a thing.
Mm.
It is a baked potato. Well, this is my dinner. It's not even a new baked potato. It's like 2 days old.
Gordon Ramsay would be horrified.
Nah, he wouldn't care since you're not feeding it to customers.
Exactly.
Worse is when they're 3 weeks old and then they're trying to sell them to customers.
So, I have some disappointing news tonight, and I have some wonderful news tonight, and are those two things in the same sentence?
Oh,
Well, I haven't heard from Fulton all month. That's bad. So,
mm.
do you want the good news or the sad news first?
Let's get the sad out of the way.
What's on fire?
Book 3's delayed till January.
Oof.
You said the book is delayed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing I can do about it. We're out of time. And unless we cancel everything else, including the fact that Props and Folan are both graduate students. And if our artist who still hasn't finished redrawing the third piece from Maxwell that I can't use now. Simply put, we're not going to get it done. Like, I'm writing chapter 57. I could have the writing done by the end of the week, start of next week, and all my part be done. But if the editors haven't gone over it, if the proofreaders haven't gone through it, and the artwork isn't ready, I can't start the end. I can't do the process of inlaying it for the printer. Those who don't know, there's a special program I have to use called InDesign to measure out how big the pages of the book are, and then translate the text from a Word document to those book pages, because the printer is going to print exactly what InDesign produces. And if for instance, if I want to put a picture in there, then everything that comes after that picture gets pushed back a page or two, and it changes the layout of everything past that picture. So until I have all of the artwork, I can't even start that process. And that process takes book 1 took 82 hours because I was new to it. Book 2 took just under 60 man hours of time to get that ready. and I still had to go back and recorrect it 3 times before we finally printed. So that's just it's just not going to get done. Like I can't start until I have the artwork. I can't start until all the edits are done, all the proofreading stuff is done, until everything except for that process to make it where the printer can print it is done. I cannot do anything.
So then what's the good news?
The good news, I'm pretty sure they're still going to say no. But I was asked to put in an application for DragonCon by a person from DragonCon. DragonCon is the largest convention in the Southeast, if not one of the largest in the world. DragonCon takes place over 4 hotels, and actually blocks off several city blocks of Atlanta.
The only one that might come close is San Francisco Comic-Con.
Yes. If you guys want me to go to DragonCon, I suggest you write the DragonCon staff over the next 45 days. Because that's the panel application consideration time is 45 days. Basically, go to DragonCon.com. And I'm actually encouraging you to do this. Go to DragonCon.com. There's a contact. I'm linking this in Livestream Crazy Post. There's a contact thing. Because they asked me to apply, but I still don't think I'll get in. Even with someone asking. And tell them that you want them to invite the author. Tell them you want to invite Fiora the Tank Girl as a book author. That's all you have to do. You don't have to make the message flowery or special or sweet. But if you want me there, you need to get their attention. Because they're a very big convention and they easily get hundreds of guest applications. I still don't think even with someone in their guest application department rooting for me, I would get in. That's how ridiculously big this convention is. So that's the good news. I got asked. I'm still thinking I'm going to get told no, but I got asked.
Getting asked is at least 1 point in your favor.
Yeah, getting asked is cool, but I still think that the at the end of the day, my application is going to have a no as a return. Because the only thing I have that they want is the books. They don't care about the science panel. They don't care, they don't do fan panels at all. It's all guest panels. So unless you get invited as a guest, you're not doing a panel. Period. And from what I've seen and read and heard from multiple people, the vendor hall situation is basically nepotism gets you in or you don't get in. There's 10 exhibition hall slots that are basically drawn from a hat to figure out some people getting in, and the rest of them are if you know someone you'll get in, if you don't you won't.
What con is this? Because this sounds horrible.
DragonCon. It's literally the largest it's the second largest convention in the U.S. and one of the largest in the world. And
I know.
One of them came to me and asked me to put in an application. I still don't think I'll get told yes.
I mean, I'm not going to get your hopes up either on that one.
But at least someone's taken notice and did ask.
Where do we send the requests?
I linked it in Livestream Crazy Post. It's just a contact form that you just tell them you want them to invite this author. And then they will consider that, because it means that people who are fans of this author are saying they are interested. But that's all I know to do. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get... it's nice to be asked, but at the same time, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm pretty sure they're going to tell me no.
The other thing you have to take into account is, do you really want the stress of going to a convention that big?
Yes, honestly.
Because you can also make the money of a convention.
It's not about the money
that
or
big.
anything. It's just like, understand that even when I am stressed out at a convention, I'm still having fun. I just may need to go find a hotel room or a closet and take like 10 minutes and breathe. But otherwise, I'm still having fun. So,
Not to mention the fact that being a guest there would probably do a lot for getting your name out there. You know, outside the brony community.
I know. It's just like when I go to anime conventions. I don't expect to do extremely well at them, but it is a fun experience, and it lets me do something non-brony, and it lets me, and it gets my name outside of the brony community. So I go to the anime conventions, and this year's just sucked because of COVID. But Dragon Con will either do an in-person convention next year, or they will do another online convention like they did this year. Either way, they're starting to ask people to apply to be guests and seeing who all applies. And I'm having internet fluctuations again tonight, apparently.
Oh no.
I mean, I don't think there's going to be in-person conventions for a good long while, so...
Yeah, I'm not expecting in-person conventions till, like, at earliest, August next year.
I was thinking about, like, 2022, maybe.
I don't know. There was a local con here that desperately tried to go, but I think they ended up getting cut down to 2 days out of the 4 they were planning. I don't know.
A new seeker is after.
I mean, fur
Theo's
cons are going through
heart
the
and
same thing, at
attention.
least in my little...
Well, yeah, until we have a vaccine that is issued to everyone.
I mean, even after, probably not.
And we achieve herd immunity. This is going to be a problem.
It's the same viral group as the common cold. Getting a vaccine is kind of like saying, hey, we have eliminated the common cold. It's just going to be something you take every single year.
Well, it'll become part of your standard flu shot, is what it'll end up happening.
I mean, to be completely fair, the herd immunity ideal has been debunked so hard it's not even funny because of the reinfections by the same virus, just minor mutation.
No, I'm saying herd immunity through vaccination, not herd immunity through antibody. The same way that...
Oh boy, the anti-vaxxers are going to be out in force about that.
Oh yeah.
I know. And I'm going to look them dead in the face and go, so the alternative is death. You understand this?
I mean, that hasn't really stopped a bunch of anti-vaxxers before.
Yeah, I was about to say, that really hasn't stopped them.
Thank you for the tip, Ghost Rider. But yeah, book's delayed. I can't do anything about it. We just... Maxwell dropping and Props and Foland's graduate studies have to come first. And I could tell them to do it anyway, and crunch them through it, and they would hate me for the rest of eternity.
Also, you're not CD Projekt Red.
And I honestly would rather have an editor on my staff who's been there from the beginning, still on my staff and still wanting to be here, than I do wanting to have the book done by and on the printing press by December 1st.
Or you can trap them in soul-crushing, horrible contracts that lead the life up to them while you slowly suckle all of the goodness out of their labor.
Sorry, stuff fell out of the freezer.
No, I really can't. Because if I did that, understand that the fandoms that Folan is from the furry fandom, and Props is from the My Little Pony fandom. And if I trap them in soul-crushing contracts, they're going to speak out about that, and then I'm going to lose. I'm going to be the one who ends up losing at the end.
I'm glad it's not for moral reasons, it's more for you losing face reasons.
From a moralistic standpoint,
never
I
change.
don't like crunching myself. Do I think I'm going to like doing it to them? No. So why would I do it? Just from a do I want to be treated this way standpoint, the answer is no. The plague has inhibited my ability to write because I'm not super motivated. That's on me, but at the same time, that's the truth. I'm not super motivated to write. And somebody goes, well, why? Well, because normally what my super motivated time is when I'm on the plane going to the convention and I have pre-convention hype, and when I'm on the plane coming back and I have and I'm on post-convention high, I will get 2 chapters written back to back.
One of those memes that has furries on one picture and ponies on the other pictures, and just the answer is they're one and the same.
So like conventions is when I get was when I was getting most of my writing done last year and the year before that. And I don't have that this year. On top of the fact that, like the rest of you, I'm basically stuck in my room or my house. Unless I'm not I don't have essential worker rights. I can't just leave the house whenever I want. And my roommates have kind of instituted a system where unless you need to leave the house, you stay home. So like one person goes to the grocery store and then basically quarantines themselves from the rest of us. We still talk to them online, but we don't actually like see them for a couple days after they go to the store. So that's just a facet of this. Is I go to the post office instead of every week. I go to the post office once every other week, or in the case of this week, I'm not going to the post office at all, even though I was supposed to on Monday, because the post office here basically told us if you weren't turning in a ballot to go home. Because I walked into the post office on Monday, and they said, "Are you here to turn in a ballot?" And I'm like, "No." Then save your packages till after this week, and sent me home. So I have packages that need to go out, but I can't send them. And I understand it's them trying to get all of the mail-in ballots to where they're supposed to be as quickly as possible, and they've diverted their personnel to do that. But it means that like I was supposed to go to the post office this week. It's not going to happen until next week, which means it'll have been 3 weeks since I've been to the post office to mail orders.
Anything else?
Does bring up a question. Have you ever gotten your P.O. box set up?
They are not letting me set up a P.O. box right now. I have tried on several occasions, and they tell me not today. The local post office simply has too few workers and too many people trying to use it. Like, I know if I don't go to the post office by 11 o'clock, I'm not coming home till 3 in the afternoon. And it's not like the post office is far, it's 5 minutes. It takes me more time to load the truck with the stuff, get in the truck, and drive down than it does to actually get there. But the line on a couple of occasions has been out the door and around the parking lot with 6 feet between each person.
It's been pretty bad out here. Also, hi. Kill me, please.
No, we don't want to kill you.
Aww.
Hugs.
Hey, Cinder.
Cinder just is doing a bunch of overtime.
I just finished an extra hour of overtime and an hour of stress because they threw a bunch of work at me literally 5 minutes before I was supposed to leave.
That's always fun.
I definitely understand the feel on that one. They drop a lot of trainings on me unannounced and tell me I still can't leave late. I have to leave on time no matter how much work I have to get done in the day.
Wow.
I compressed 3 hours of work into an hour.
I repeat myself.
Please.
Hugs.
This reminds me of a day of work where I laughed my ass off. I used to work when I was 19, I worked as a puller, basically someone who drives around on a pallet jack and stacks groceries. Well, they had an incentive program where they would estimate how many hours they needed each person to do in terms of work per day, and your order would give you so many minutes to finish it in. And if you finish it faster, you got more money, and you could go home after you completed the number of minutes. So just after lunchtime, they put up a sign that said 540 minutes today, or 9 hours. I was already at 612. So I immediately just punched out, woke up and said, I'm done. Supervisor looks at me and goes, what? Yeah, I need my printout sheet to just verify I'm done, but I'm already over 600.
Yeah, those systems are complete and utter bullshit. Like that's clearly being counters trying to run the company, and that is stupid.
No, that's me working faster than I'm anticipated to work. What they're expecting me to do is pull up on the pallet jack, stop the jack, walk off of it, grab the item, stack it onto the pallet with everything else, do that till I have the entire order, then wrap it at a walking pace, not at a running pace, at a walking pace. And what I was doing was I had built up the stamina at that point to blitz the entire thing. So I was running full speed, full tilt the whole way, and cutting out seconds every time I picked up an item for how fast I was moving. And then when I would wrap it with the saran wrap and plastic wrap, I was running around the pallet at full speed.
Okay, I think I might have misunderstood the system because I was thinking like you're only allocated this many minutes no matter how much work you have to get done.
No, it's based on it's based on a system of how heavy something is, how long that they have timed a normal healthy 30-year-old, because it's based on a 30-year-old. How long they have timed a 30-year-old to get that one item, stack it on the pallet, get back on the jack, and start moving the jack again. And I would do everything up to violate a safety regulation in order to go faster.
It's someone who did, it's a system built by someone who took way too many math classes and is hell-bent on making use of them.
I want to point out that the job that I first got when they promoted me to company was literally the job of doing that.
I mean, I'm still not wrong.
You're not wrong. As someone who spent way too much time crunching math numbers.
And even at that, you still miss some.
Yes, I do. I'm human, therefore I am error.
No,
She's not like
errors in the
people like me
chat.
that read math and go, "Oh, that makes sense for everything except integral calculus." Fuck integral calculus; it makes math wrong.
Logarithmic functions. Logarithmic functions suck ass.
I don't like logs, but that's only because I was in Algebra 2 and transferred from Texas to North Dakota and had a week to crash course logarithmic functions to pass a test required to pass the year.
All I know is still going, I will hate financial accounting till my dying breath after this 6-week course I've been in.
6-week course for college?
Yeah, I'm taking some accelerated classes.
I'm gonna go.
Bye, Cinder. Okay, Cinder.
Probably gonna.
Later, Cinder.
Hey, I'm not actually in the group yet, so I can decide. You know what? I feel like taking a nap tonight, and then take a nap.
Okay.
Stop working so hard.
I see that Moon has appeared.
I mean, clearly you just need to sacrifice someone, then I'll stop being able to nap.
Well, we almost had a fish dinner person.
Well, I mean, Cinder, I'll start spamming DMs at you if it seems like someone's gonna die again.
That's fine.
I'll just walk in the. No. I have this power now. I can just walk in the room next door, throw the covers off of her, and go, "Get up, bitch! You're up."
Ah! Wait, I still no. And probably, I don't know, drags me kicking and screaming by the foot out of my room or something. Because, that's just kind of how she rolls.
Can I just say I find that image hilarious?
Especially if you... Yes, especially if you imagine me in full armor, in full NCR armor.
Also,
that just makes it better.
Before I go, I just want to point this out. All hippogriffs are bird horses, and all dragons are bat lizards. We're going to jump over to Moon now.
Okay, bye.
Thanks, Fee. I hate you.
You're welcome.
My computer locked up, and I was stuck with this frozen loading screen and the most epic background music going on. Hello.
Fair enough. Did you re-invite Von back into the server?
Shit, no.
Do it. Do it now.
Do it now.
Do you really whisper to your drink every second, Moon, for it to help you be human?
Yes.
Okay, I want to point this out, Moon. All dragons are bat lizards, and all hippogriffs are bird horses.
Oh shit, you're right though.
Hey! Look at my avatar. That's more of a snake lizard.
Isn't that a fucking like?
You're just insect.
Splinter.
You're just insect horse. Just I have no reason to hate you.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that just like a splinter from Magic?
Yeah, I was gonna say that looks like one of the splinters from the Magic the Gathering.
Like I'd recognize those beautiful sons of bitches anywhere.
It's not. It just looks like it.
It's just reflecting a past life existence. I was totally fabulous.
Oh, big sad.
Yeah. And now I'm in this plump lump of Play-Doh. Anyway.
So,
do we do the recap first, or do I do the intro first, or do I beat...
Intro first, then recap.
Okay.
We've been doing the intro first.
I'm asking.
No, I wasn't yelling. Sorry.
We're
saying that at a very...
Trust but verify.
Yes.
Yes.
Trust but verify. Definitely a good thing.
As fires burn out from yesterday, a wandering mare's found a better way. just as night seems most dark, the sunrise comes to warm our hearts.
From the ashes of war, through the blood and the gore, a man once more than this world that is torn. A group that cannot just be stopped or forgot will rise and overcome all odds. And with every new day, through the parts that we play, as we push fear away and remember the ways of a man who was kind and whose words will remind. Do better.
So I would like to officially thank MT for that intro, and I would like to thank Forest Rain for making that piece of music. I know you don't. I know you only sing part of the chorus in Echo Forest, but really, seriously, thank you for helping write those lyrics, for being the lead writer on those lyrics, and helping me with my musical ineptitude. Now, in the meantime, someone else who was completely musically inept. I'm
You
sorry,
don't know
with a
that.
voice like yours, you can't even argue with that.
I can absolutely argue with that.
Not
That
you,
is
Twitty.
that, no, that's a deep baritone on the Twitmeister. What are you talking about?
Okay, does anyone
I
else
can-
want to hear Twitty
I'll
sing?
tell you what. My drill sergeant said I had a wonderful voice for cadences, but then I felt any regular singing, I sound like a frog on a hot plate.
Yeah.
Combination between singing and screaming.
A combination of just bad keys and timing.
So in the meantime, I have artwork tonight, and I have the non-singing version of Twitty because I don't wish to torture all of us. So Twitty.
Yes, you'll have your cute and adorable recapper do the recap.
You are not cute, nor are you adorable, but you are decent at doing a recap.
Well,
You know,
there are viewers who would argue with you, Sunrise.
You know, here's the thing, Sonny. The longer you're like, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this, you're not that, you just sound tsundere as fuck.
And by the way, you are showing off the Twitty art on stream right now.
Yes.
That's right. And yes, I'm
We
adorable.
switched it last week.
I have no idea what you.
But as Bones said, I'm adorifying.
Alright, so the piece of fan art that I have received from this week, by the way, you guys will see momentarily, but it is a piece by Lightning Bliss. You can see the full piece, however, if we make, for every $100, I do show a piece of artwork that's been completed. You can see, I'm going to add hers to the full, to the list of pieces that I am holding behind the screen and not showing you yet. But I'm going to show all of these guys. In the meantime, Twitty, go ahead.
Last week, Roll20 almost got its blood. And I say almost. Well, they got, while they were in the camp and they took turns through the night, nothing too insane happened. Twilight and Sunrise got through her bathing suit making. So they get to spend time on the beach with their bathing suits on, and they went even some swimming. And, well, while some got out to places and they made it through okay, Mythic decided to do a little bit of deep scuba diving. And, well, what he didn't know was that he should have probably waited to the warning, because Chifundo did one of his shaman scans, picking up that there's lots of stuff down in the depths of the lake. Some things are really, really big, and we don't know if that's just the whole school or if that's one very, very large thing down there. But in either case, some of the fish down there are rather pony-sized, and Mythic found out the hard way that they're more than willing to make a snack out of a pony. So he wound up under attack. First, there was some of the leeches there, which are the size of lampreys. Those are ugly, no matter which way you slice it, leech or lamprey or both. They just freak you out.
Like a sock filled with teeth.
Sock filled with teeth and hungry for blood. And then one of the big fish came by after one of them got yanked out by another fish, and the blood and the water started the whole process. And this big, gnarly, bony fish with big teeth decided that Mythic would be a wonderful fish snack and tried to kill Mythic and eat him. And Mythic struggled his way back up to the beach where they found out that shit was going on. And with the help of Scopolamina, they landed the fish. Nyota went out to go and deal with stuff and fight stuff. And I think also nobody's yet entered or released the things that are in the central cabin. That's going to be interesting when that finally happens. But yes, there was almost a slot in the party open last week because of that fish. Let's see. Gifundo did a shaman thing. Scapola did a rescue and patch up thing with drugs. Nyota did his sneaking around and getting around stuff along with Sunrise because they were going to spend a little bit of time picnicking out on the lake together on one of the float things away from the others until Mythic decided to go fish bait. And I think Medicinal Haze was just relaxing for once. Or was he doing more tinkering with his electronics? I forget.
Tinkering with electronics is how he relaxes.
That's right. That's how he does it. Okay. Just got to remember that. Give him robot parts and he's happy. So pretty much the big excitement was the fish trying to eat Mythic Blade. And yes, the fish is big enough that they got a couple of days worth of fish food for dinner or fish flesh. So I hope they brought garlic and butter and other seasonings. They're going to need it for that fish. At which point I think I've said enough. And I'm going to go grab some snacks and some drinks. And I'm going to just wait here and watch for stuff to comment on. And I'll leave it up to the boss. Take it away, boss.
Thank you, Twitty, for that wonderful recap.
All right, man. It be all yours. God damn it, my southernisms are coming out.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. So hold on. Okay. I do apologize. I will try to tell people to pause or hold on. I don't know what is wrong with our internet. I don't know how to fix it. Working on it. Going on? It just occasionally decides that it
Warning!
drops to
Warning!
0.
Stream tip overload. All hands, prepare for exploded
All right,
broken
everybody.
Fiora in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Detonation imminent.
Waiting
for Sunrise to do some redneck fishing.
My token yet. I hadn't even shown my token yet. Here's my token. Here's Shifundo's beach picture. I don't know, what does Shifundo think of it? Cannot upload... Cannot link things from my hard drive to Discord.
For fuck's sake, Fee!
Discord!
Wow.
Discord, fix this!
We just need a... We need a counter for Fee's attempts to upload things from her hard drive directly to Discord.
Yeah,
We'll just
since
link
apparently
directly.
since you fuck have gone out of your way to all but stalemate the dead pony counter, and with it so much of my fun and enjoyment, I think we need to have a Fee has tried to upload things from hard drive counter. That's only fair.
I mean, it's about the same meme as Quickfundo.
I think that this counter is redundant and I feel personally attacked.
Good. It is, in fact, a personal jab.
Hey, Fee, how about we stop running from everything that's potentially hostile?
But we haven't been running from everything that was essentially
Just walk.
hostile. We fought all the crows.
Just walk right up to the fish and, hi, I'm Wandering Sunrise. What's your name? Club.
Glub, 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 glub.
We didn't fight all the crows.
Oh, right.
No, the crows fought all the crows.
No. Now you have fucking Medicinal to go, hi, I'm Medicinal Haze. Can I tinker into your back panel?
I'm just imagining Medicinal Haze is one of those people who actually buys the L1 Garand Docky.
I mean,
that was so nasty.
That Garand is gorgeous.
So, thinking about it, what has Moon actually got to throw at us? We've got Sunrise diffusing situations with ponies, Chifundo diffusing situations including creatures, and Medicinal diffusing situations involving anything mechanical. What has Moon got left?
You want to know the long and the short of it? I don't really have much. I've got to kind of reach into my dirty book of tricks called GM Fiat, otherwise known as, my players have stymied me. I have one of two options. I can either go, hey everyone, the game's over, you've won, I can't beat you, or you cheat and keep things going.
Is it just me, or do I like
Freeze the unicorn. Your GM bullshit has activated the power of my spellcasting.
What was that last thing, Fee?
Is it just me, or do I like the fact that Moon just straight up admits, I'm gonna cheat and make up shit and you're gonna deal with it?
Do you need me to read verbatim the part in the GM's handbook where it's like, look, sometimes you just gotta straight up cheat?
It does. I fully believe that.
It's not. Look at me. All of my rolls are 3s and 4s. No, it's like, okay, that was gonna be a critical, so I needed like, oh look, I bumped the table and it's now a 40. You're not dead from a single headshot from this random mook. Fuck.
I'd also like to point out that whatever Moon throws us that can't be handled by the others, Mina just deals with drugs.
I mean, alternatively, there is the other option here that, Fee, you lived in a large city for a while, or you've at least lived tangentially to large cities. You know that sometimes you can just bump shoulders with someone, attempt to say, oh, I'm so sorry, and the only thing you'll get back, on a good day, you'll get, yeah, go fuck yourself. On a bad day, you will get a fist fight.
Oh, I'm fully aware that I can accidentally bump into someone, and to give an example, I did that at Philadelphia by pure accident. Their response was to turn around and flip my shopping cart.
Oh, that sounds like one of the most Philly stories ever.
At which time I'm just like, the fuck? The store made them pay for the stuff in the shopping cart that was damaged.
As well they should.
Yeah, that's...
Well,
so much for the city of brotherly love.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the city of brotherly love. It's absolutely correct because me and my brothers would treat each other just like that.
I'm sorry. That's what I'm saying. No. That city has Gritty as their hockey mascot, and Gritty is literally the thing.
You talk shit about that sentient dust mop.
Like, you just look over, and Gritty's like, you want to fuck around and find out? Gritty's like the fucker who has a t-shirt cannon that he'll just look at the guy next to him and just shoot him with it.
I unironically love Gritty. I want to go fucking knock back shots with that sentient piece of orange slime that can skate better than I can.
Or to give another instance, Gritty has come out onto during the practice session with the team with the visiting team and just tackled someone on the visiting team and just kept going like nothing was wrong, and then turned around and had a fist fight with them, and I'm like, did they just have to put Gritty in the penalty box?
Gritty is not the mascot that they need, or not the mascot they want or need, the mascot they deserve. Team wins, Riot. Team loses, Riot. Philadelphia is a wonderful city. Anyways. I just killed my beer. Fuck. Alright. So, as last we had left, as far as I am aware, you had just pulled Mythic out of the water. Mythic proceeded to Jesus across the pond on a narrow bridge of shield that was ever so slightly under the water that I was told afterwards I probably should have made you roll luck checks to see if your bitch ass got knocked off the water by an ambient fish.
That would have been hilarious.
Let me see what the tip goal is. You know what? It's not at 200, and I'm angry. Give me a luck check just to see if you slip and fall.
Oh, fuck you too.
Uh-huh.
You're welcome.
Alright, so Mythic eats shit. Back in the drink. But aside from Mythic just scrambling to not get eaten alive by some kind of organism living in the lake, of which there are many, and Medicinal was off rebooting the robot in safe mode, and getting safe mode, and getting enough dirt on several companies in the area to
If said companies actually existed, they would be my bitch.
Dude, that robot has more dirt in it. Entire 18-wheelers hauling pallets full of premium grade topsoil do not compare to the sheer amount of dirt this fucking robot possesses.
I was just gonna say a landfill, but that works too.
Premium dirt. But yeah, so you've got the robot up and running. Because you do not have the perks for build your own robot, and therefore do not have this as a robotic companion, this now means you have a sentient AI asshole that's controlled by the GM. I just want you to know. It will respond to your programs, and you can use it as, like, essentially a portable terminal. But while it's on, I still control that.
Fair enough. Right now he's on, he's just in follow mode.
Yeah, no, he's just kind of
Wait. Are you saying that we basically have an HK-47?
No, you didn't give this thing arms and guns.
Can we Can we give it arms and guns and make it HK-47?
Here we go again.
If I remember the description right, it does have a built-in taser.
Yes, it has a small anti-escalation measures built in because I need to check the built-in stats and then scale them down. I check the stats and scale it down. But no, it still was built and functioning during wartime Equestria. You don't go to work without a piece. But
so what you're saying is we just have R2-D2, but in Fallout Horseland.
A healthy cross somewhere between you have R2-47.
Oh god, R2D2 with HK-47's attitude. That's gonna.
I
don't give it an arc welder. Don't give it an arc welder.
Nope, I'm going down to do the thing. I'm going down.
Give it an arc welder. You know.
R2-47 drawn in full bitch mode glory. That's added to the list now.
Did you say bitch mode glory?
Yes.
I legitimately have questions that I'm going to have to ask you when this session's done.
Sketchy, look up Knights of the Old Republic, the original game. Just the fact that you do not know who HK-47 is offends me.
No, hold on. Sketchy, I am me. I'm buying you this game on Steam right fucking now. I cannot let this affront stand.
Hold on. Look, if I can get a
Oh,
copy
God,
that works with OBS, because that's my problem. If I can get a copy that works with OBS, I can just stream to the old
Fee?
public. Yes.
Gilda Dash just piped up, giving him
okay.
ideas for the Saturday game.
R247, huh? Okay.
And I guess I know what perk I'm taking next level up.
But yeah, I mean, Knights of the Old Republic is a game with some pretty interesting characters, but HK47 is the most interesting.
Anywho, yeah, so Mythic, give me either a strength or an arcane check. Or actually, is your strength above 5?
I think a 4, I think.
Oh, never mind.
So yeah, I'm gonna give you an arcane check for that one.
Okay.
Or would you like an intelligence check for it?
Nope. Arcane is fine. You are able to grab a hold of the thing with telekinesis. Move yourself, moving around, flailing your horn.
I do what now? What did I do?
It was to see if you were able to catch the ledge or if you were just going straight in.
Warning! Warning!
right.
Stream tip
I'm
overload.
too busy
All hands,
looking.
prepare for exploded broken Fiora in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Detonation imminent.
Literally insulted by this fact.
Lens Abi.
I'm in my bunker.
You know the drill.
Do I need to remove my headset to deal with the sound?
No, but I do need you to confirm the questions.
It's my usual thing I do on Wednesday.
That's nice.
Schedule it.
I still need verbal confirmation that you are taking care of yourself.
I am definitely taking care of myself.
Okay. I love you, Moon.
Yeah. Yay.
Alright, so I guess I'll play the rest of my art folder here. I've got one piece here. This is one of the pieces that had to be redone. This is done by Baja Griffin. That is Soot. This is the patron requested OC from Maxwell called Bunny, and Sunrise having an argument in Upsville. This is done by Sora the artist. This is marker light coming out of Aguaso's body. And this last one is the one that my token is from this week. This is actually by Lightning Bliss, who did this because, quote, I can.
Alright, that's a wild picture with Martini.
I know, right?
See, I think Blissy's a little bit too innocent for this particular scene.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Beardy is currently also working on a piece. I can give you guys a whip. Oh, it's a replacement piece for Maxwell, so I can't give you a whip. But yes, he hasn't finished the sketch yet.
I'd also like to say that artist Baja Griffin Sounds so much like a hamburger joint.
Actually, her phrase is, "I'm gonna go hide in the Baja Blast at Taco Bell."
Long.
Also,
wait. I'm sorry. Wait, what?
I'm gonna go hide. Baja Griffin's phrase is,
Hide in the Baja Blast?
I'm gonna hide the
What?
Baja Blast tank at Taco Bell.
Stuff's pretty good.
That's fair.
It's also commercially available.
Finally.
What, Baja Blast? Yeah, but it's not as good as just taking Mountain Dew and then Blue Powerade and just... It's just not as good as Fountain. I don't know why.
I suppose that's fair.
Also, we like Lightning Bliss, so don't get into a relationship with Lightning Bliss there, Chifundo. You have a bad reputation.
Oh, wow!
Jeez.
Well,
All right.
I guess I have to be the one to encourage Chifundo to do all the bad
A
things.
new seeker is after Fiora's heart
I mean,
and attention.
next you're gonna
show the
next you're gonna tell Chifundo to get into something with the character that Chris is posting. You know, just to.
Arvana,
Dude, I will push your...
A new seeker is after
Go ahead.
Fiora's heart and
No, it's fine. Go ahead, Fee.
Let's make it an even hundreds.
Okay. Everfree, Arvana, contrary to popular belief, I do not have infinite artwork. One of my artists is on leave of absence. Beardy is slow. Ravage is slow. And Sora is... I think Sora's working on something. Let me check. Yeah, Sora is not gonna be working on something until literally now. And Buvani was on hold until the start of this month. So, yeah, I don't have infinite artwork. I'm actually out of official artwork. All I have left is fan art.
Fucking show the fan art.
Alright. I've got a couple pieces lying around. Probably. That's not safe for work. That's not safe for work. That happens. Here is I can show that piece. Here's a meme done by MT. Here's something done by Marker Light. Here's a piece done for me and my wife. I think the rest of these I've shown. Just scrolling through and making sure I've actually shown the rest of them.
Wait, something involving you and Sophie and it's safe for work? What the fuck?
Yeah, so Arya did swords. Kind of cool. All right, I can't copy image location. Hey, at least I didn't post the hard drive location this time.
That's fair.
You tried to, though.
I did not actually. I just tried to copy it.
So you were literally just pasting it away.
Here is the meme done by MT, empowered by potatoes. Here is Marker Light explaining a sunrise crit fail cooking popcorn.
But.
And here is my wife and me having dinner.
You know, the best part is I flip over to see the stream, and it's like, and here's a picture of me and my wife having dinner, and it's just the empowered by potatoes meme, and this is actually...
stream delays.
Over here where you guys... Again, all the stuff that we do and have is public access, so if you guys want to use it, you can. I do have individual cutouts. I have individual cutouts of those swords. I paused because I noticed that the thing had turned red. Tells me about my connection. I do have individual cutouts of those swords if you want a specific one. But there you go. Happy now.
Till next week.
Well, your art folder's caught up to date now.
Wait, does it just say fucking cordite in the handle?
Yeah. And as a matter of fact, I think I figured out a way that if somebody has the programming skills to do it, how to make those into Beat Saber swords that the cordite level responds to your current combo multiplier.
Why? I mean, what? What? What the fuck? I never noticed that before.
Oh, and the green explosion on the very bottom where the bomb is gets bigger as the cordite increases.
Why does a sword need cordite?
Why not?
Because it doesn't have enough boom otherwise.
Because explosions.
I mean, we are living in the realm of the Princess of Explosion.
Does that mean that you grab it by the blade and beat someone with the handle?
No, it means when they disarm you and take the sword away from you, you press the detonator.
You see that little cord going from the bomb up to the hilt? That's actually just the pin. You yank that as they disarm you.
Does it like sweat cordite or?
No, there's a fuse.
No, it has a magical property to it, Moon, that as you soak the blade in the blood of your enemies, it converts the blood into cordite and stores it in the handle.
I'm legitimately confused as to why there's. No, it's fine. Just because I like having 10 fingers doesn't mean everybody does.
By the way, Moon, there is a button just underneath the crossguard that I assume is one of those things where it's like, fuck it, they're trying to run away. Push the button and throw it at them because it will explode.
I thought it was fuel at first, and then I realized that that's not a fucking shish kebab.
Also, Shade, those side-by-sides you've posted are fucking gorgeous. And the bolt action.
And the temperature
Pretty big pistol!
And the moon just scrolls past the intricate scroll work and straight down to the abomination pistols.
No, the pretty filigree is absolutely gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but you were already talking about those and I didn't need to be redundant, and underneath it is fucking ADHD bait. So yeah.
I mean, they are pretty.
Besides, what is this?
I kind of like that shotgun.
There's two.
That's two of them.
Agreed, MT. That M19 a lot. Those M19s are gorgeous. Anyways, this is so far. You know what? We're supposed to be having a session, not sitting here just
ogling at gun porn.
Pretty much.
No, I've accepted that. No, there's not a crane powerful enough to get this train back on the rails. Just continue looking at the gun porn.
Look, man, listen. That's been my life for like the past 3 years. I have just been learning the wonders of how well a diesel-powered locomotive can just fucking 4x4.
So anyway, there are people waiting for a chance. So let's see if we can't kill somebody off with a fish. Cthulhu for
Twitty, I will feed you to the fish.
No, there have been times that people... That was a last session thing. We ended with him still alive. I'm not going to takesies backsies. I just wanted him to eat shit off his own magical bridge, and he did. I feel happy. It's a small fleeting ember of joy in my heart. Just let it die on its own.
I'm glad that my misfortune can cause you joy, and I hope to cause much more of it in the coming sessions.
Oh, we could always have Mina just yeet him back in and see what happens.
He'll die.
I'll take you with me. I'll take you with me.
But that
Granted,
would
that
mean
would probably be a really bad idea.
That would mean another short session for Ivana.
Anyway, as I continue to just, sow antagonistic dissent amongst my players. No, Mythic, you had made your way back to shore, scrambling a bit as the waves took you under at least once. But the rest of you are kind of just sitting there waiting, like, come on, doggy paddle faster. You're a master of the blade, fucking swim.
I'm
Can
a
I
master
literally
of the
just
blade.
Can I
not a
just literally
master.
pick him up out of the water?
You could, in fact, just literally pick him up out of the water.
I thought I was already back on shore and we had already finished all that.
Yeah, I mean, Sunrise will go over and help him get out of the water.
But anyways, so he's back on land. You're all back and grouped together. What in the fuck?
Well, considering that we have meat and whatnot, I think it's time for the barbecue scene.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, that. Sorry, I couldn't figure out why I was just in the middle of nowhere of the maps of Roll20. But yes, as we were, you have successfully gathered a fish from the water, and Sunrise has decided that she eats the flesh of the living again. So yes, it is time for a glorious bathing suit cookout scene on the beach where nothing bad will go wrong for at least 5 to 15 minutes.
Unless somebody crit fails the cooking roll.
No, it's the cookout scene. 5 to 15 minutes. The worst thing that's going to happen is a fish will be turned to ash, or a piece of fish. Because this is just fucking anime. I've given up. Whoever's cooking, I need 3 rolls. If 2 people are cooking, I need 3 rolls from both.
No, we need to turn this into a cooking competition between Mina, Nyota, and
100% down.
You know what? Screw it. I will go back to the cabin, see if we've got any like spices or something in there we can distribute and be like, all right, go ahead. You've got plenty of fish to work with. Let's see what you all come up with, and we'll have trail rations for the next, I don't know, week.
Nyota's going to be sneaky then. He's going to use the spices that he got from Granny Yeet.
Hayes will use the spices he randomly picked up somewhere.
Nina's just going to use drugs.
I wasn't going to say anything, but I don't put drugs in other people's food who doesn't want them.
Mina uses the power of meth. I mean friendship.
And tonight, at the lake shore, we will have the Fallout Equestria version of Iron Kukuru.
God, yeah, instead of the Iron Chef, it's the Cyber Chef.
I can make that happen.
That was not a suggestion.
You sure about that?
Why do I get the feeling that this just became an episode of Sokigeki no Soma?
Look, my OC is already a cyber pony. I am not trying to inflict that on others.
Cook the food porn!
So does that mean that Nyota is Soma? Because Mina cooks with science. So that means that...
Never watched Food Wars. Real quick, sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but since we are doing this competition-wise, which of you is doing the initial prep of the fish? or are you all doing it together?
I figured we'd all be doing, our
Yeah,
own.
that we would do together. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, then just give me a survival roll from each of you.
What the hell, Chifundo will chip in.
It's a big.
I was going to say, Mina is going to use the power of
you
drugs.
need at least use the power of drugs. You need at least a survival of 50 to attempt anything with this fish. Otherwise, there's just a sense that you're gonna mess it up.
It's enough. Oh well.
Okay, so as the indoor shut-in techno nerd just starts in on this thing and ultimately has the best go of it. Between the four of you, the fish stood no chance. It's scaled and cleaned. You can harvest that or just discard it. That's up to whoever. But you've managed to prep the meat as best you can. That's 7.
What are the scales like on this fish?
In what regard?
Just
luster, luminosity, hardness.
Sort of the size of the scales, how hard they are.
The scales are right about the size of a nickel. They're a little bit longer and a little bit more angular than that, but they're about the size of a nickel. They're actually, let me pull up the fish. Other book. Death.
I think Sketchy is getting a little bit bloodthirsty.
Respect, Sketchy. Respect. Trying to find. They're decently hard. Oh, here we go. Okay, sorry. Not descale, deplate. That's what it was. You to shoot the thing. So there, some of the scales on it are the back half around the tail and like the meaty parts, not the actual parts where there were a lot of necessary organs. All organs are necessary. Vital organs and whatnot. The scales are relative.
Moon. All
What?
organs don't matter. Just ask your appendix.
Hence, well, no, it's still important. And if the organ was to just randomly rupture, you would be having a very bad day.
Are we starting Organs Lives Matter now?
No, we are not. We're moving right the fuck on.
OLM, baby.
So
fish your ponies too.
I will just drive to each and every one of your houses, rate the recommended quarantine break, boop you in the snoot with a fucking book, and then be on my way.
I have an unused bedroom if you want to wait for the time period in there.
Damn it. The only
Fish make
reason I'm
good
sad
sushi.
we're not in person is because I would have shot all of you with a Nerf gun by now.
Cool.
So the back end is scaled. The front end, aside from where Hayes had broken through Hayes and Nyota had broken through the plates. The thing is covered in fairly large pieces of chitinous plate, as well as some that are just bone. But bony plates surround most of the front half of the fish. So if you were trying to harvest that, I would need an additional roll just to make sure you got that off in workable pieces. 26 is enough. Never mind. 26, that's 5 degrees. That's enough to eat it off in workable chunks. So I'll figure out how many pieces of fish armor you have. That said, give me a luck roll. Since you are the one who cares about the hide.
I was just asking to see if there's anything interesting about it.
Yes. You are able to you are able to remove the head cleanly if you so choose. With your skill and everything, if you so choose, you realize that you would be able to at least remove the bone plate enough to make yourself the foundational part of a helmet from this. It would still need armoring, but you could make a helmet from the fish's bone plate.
Sweet.
Because I know
looking anime protagonist over there.
Because I know that sometimes the urge to just turn random things into armor or weapons fills people's hearts and minds.
Has this turned into Monster Hunter without me knowing it?
I think so.
No, it's more the fact that Vital and I have just kind of been off and on playing Divinity. More her than myself, but so much Divinity. That's 7. Let me. There were 4 people working. Working. It's a big hogger. And you remove the head, which means you'd be able to remove other bits cleanly. Alright. In total, you pull 90 pounds of meat off this fish.
Holy shit.
To use a line from a bad movie, that's a whole lot of fish.
Now, that is just meat. That's not the scales, the bones, the everything. A lot of that's waste. This fish is probably around 500 pounds. When it was angry and flailing and trying to eat Nifik. But, yeah. So each of you has exactly 30 pounds of fish meat to work with.
Okay.
If we want to split this 3 ways. If you want to divide it up with that, it'll get a little bit weird, but...
Hey, Moon.
Mm.
What would it take for me to set up an impromptu smoker?
Well, first roll luck.
Pass by 3.
There is what appears to be kind of a large wood stove, and after giving it that you've noticed a few times when you've been making your way back and forth, but you've realized that with just a little bit of effort and something to contain the smoke properly, you'd be able to rig up a crude little smoker in no time. Mechanically, you'd take a negative 10 to your survival rules, which you'd be able to use it to smoke meat, which would essentially just mean that no, this food doesn't go bad.
I think for the most part, we're going to want to smoke and preserve most of this and probably only use a couple pounds each for our dishes. In addition,
That's kind of what I figured, but I didn't know if someone would get wild and try to go, I'm going to make 10 pounds of fish. But, also realistic fish.
All right. Well, I'm going to type this out, but I'm also going to say it. Nyota's going to reserve 3 pounds of the fish meat that he's got, but he's going to get things set up to start smoking the remainder of what he found or what he cleaned up.
Okay.
Yeah, Hayes reserves like 2 pounds to use in his dish, and lets Nyota smoke the rest.
What I'm saying is you each have up to 30 pounds with to do whatever. If you, like Nyota, I just want to set X amount aside for reason, that's fine. If you want to set more than just the 2 pounds aside for that, but Nyota, if you're going to keep that 5 pounds just in your inventory, if that isn't being used for the dish, set that to 100%.
The 3 pounds will be used for the dish.
Then never mind.
The alchemy, survivalism, traps check at a -10 was just to smoke the rest.
Okay.
Mina's going to barely use any of it because it'll still come out to feed like 30 people or 30 ponies.
Mina, what is the exact wording on that quest perk you have? The one that just gives you ludicrous cooking.
Soul food? Let me check.
Because I believe it was when you were cooking for friends.
Oh, so I'm now cooking for enemies?
She's cooked for enemies before. But also right now, apparently, she's cooking some of that, Louisiana crawdaddy soul food. Oh, God, I'm going to be fat.
It's more the follow-up term of friend of, is their pip red and have they started shooting at me yet?
Food prepared heals 100% more hit points. Meals allow 25% more. So basically, she's using 25% less than everybody else and producing the exact same. But it also heals for 100% more HP.
Okay, but it's nothing about friends or allies. Okay.
Nope, nothing on there at all.
Okay. I was going to say, if there was a caveat to that, that perk would not apply for this this specific meal, just because you're not cooking for someone, you're cooking against others. But yeah, all right. I guess you can just use a little bit less of everything and get the same amount because rice or something.
No, it's just, well, she probably is adding other things. She's going to fix hers with some carrots and fruit that she has left.
Yeah, I just imagine every time Mina's like, all right, I have this perfectly nutritious and balanced dish, and now to make 12 pounds of rice to make it stretch for 3 days. But okay, thank you for the confirmation on that. Yeah. So Okay, I guess take a moment, set up your little areas. There are open cook pits around the camp if you just want to use those. They are anchored in place, so unless you physically cut them free or dug up the concrete pad they're encased in, those aren't moving. But that doesn't mean you can't just start a little open fire on the sand. I'm gonna stop talking. Your characters are doing the RP. I'm just narrating.
Well, to start, I'm gonna grab a couple cans of vegetables and one can of fruit out of his saddlebags and open them up, drain off the water into a side bowl, and then begin lightly seasoning the fillets that he's got before he starts getting a basic fire going in one of the cook pits and putting out a pan to start heating up. Were we able to save any of the fish skin?
Oh yeah, easily.
Okay. So
there's you were able to get out of the thing in total, I believe, 2 medium hides. But of that, you would just be able to get. How much do you need?
It's not that I need any of the skin, it's that I need some of the subcutaneous fat.
Oh, yeah, you would have been able to get that no problem when you were pulling stuff off.
Because that's how he's going to grease the pan. But yeah, from there, he is going to do a very simple, like, pan fry sear of the fish meat and just be very careful not to overcook it.
Okay. Roll me survival at offsetting the minus of trying to go out of your way. Okay. With all of that in place, just give me survival at a minus 10.
Not bad.
Okay, that's a quality dish.
And then once he's done pan searing the fish, he will take it over to the smoker and he will let it sit inside the smoker for no more than a minute, just to add a little bit of extra seasoning to it.
In liquid smoke, but in air form.
Yep. And then the rest of his dish, the canned vegetables, are probably gonna get diced up and get a quick sear on them because canned vegetables are usually mushy. So if you give them a little bit of quick heat, it usually firms things up a little bit.
Everybody okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just finishing up the prep for Nyota's dish.
I'm reading over my inventory list because I just found something that Moon is going to hate me that I found.
Sunrise is going to walk over to Mythic and look at Mythic and go, "Should we use you for fishing bait next time?"
You did a good job.
I'm not sure if I should. I'm not sure how to respond to that, or if I should properly respond to that. Do you want the serious answer?
Would I ask the question if I didn't want an answer, even if it's a sarcastic one?
I have been seriously considering jumping back down there and using myself as live bait to get some of those rad leeches and seeing if Mina and Hayes could extract some of the venom out of them.
Can we put a pin in that?
You were the one that asked me if y'all should be using me as live bait. So I don't know.
I mean, Yes, but no. I like you not as fish food.
I think that's one of the nicest things you said about me. Thank you.
Technically, he'd be leech food.
Medicinal, you're not helping.
Okay.
But seriously, though, if I put myself into a full body shield, that should be just fine.
I imagine that you would eventually run into a fish of some sort that could digest its way through the shield.
Ah, but you see, my dear Sunrise, that's where the fun begins. You see what happens when somebody pops that shield.
Do you honestly want to be inside of a creature during that moment?
Yes, that's the unarmored portion.
Respect.
But what about when you find yourself in said exploded fish at the bottom of the lake with no air?
We'll get to that. We'll jump that point when we get there. Details.
Again, I kind of like you breathing.
I'm glad to hear my breathing isn't annoying.
That's not what I meant, and you know it.
I know, I'm just trying to find things to keep my mind off the fact that I almost just got eaten. Twice.
Mythic, did you grow up in the wasteland, or did you grow up in a stable?
Somewhere between the two.
I've not got personal experience of being eaten by a creature.
Hold on. You're going to have to honestly explain that one to me. How are you between the two?
Well, I come from a relatively safe town out there in the waste. Kind of.
Hold. Okay, go ahead, start over.
What?
The connection dropped. I was stopping you.
Oh, shit.
Now, not your connection, mine. Now, go ahead.
I come from a relatively protected town, kind of a little further down south here. Not South Shore, but way farther south. Kind of along the coast. Nice place. So, yeah, somewhere in between. We're kind of out there in the wasteland, but at the same time, there's enough ponies that are about as skilled and probably better than I am at fighting. Also, you say that like I should have personal experience with getting eaten on a daily basis. Is there something you'd like to share with the class, Miss Sunrise?
Blinks a few times. Manticore.
Suddenly, so many things have started to make sense.
Twice.
A lot more sense.
At one time, I didn't come out.
She was better at it by the time of the second one.
I'd respond by telling you that, well, clearly you've gotten out because you're standing here telling me this story, but you know what? I don't know how to respond to this anymore.
If Mina's on the beach and overhears any of this, she's over there. This is why she probably didn't roll nearly as good as she could have, because she's probably trying not to show anything.
All right, Medical Haze, what are you up to?
I think Medicinal Haze has taken some of those Tears of a Zebra flavored chips that he's found, combined it with some of the dark stout he's carrying around to make a beer battered fish. And then he is going to cut up some of the fresh potatoes he has to do beer battered fish and chips.
Is he going to serve it on a golden platter?
No, he's going to serve it on his cutting board because, well, his one pan got turned into a flashlight.
I have to ask a question.
Yes?
Is it racist to serve a zebra tiers of a zebra flavored potato chips?
Nah.
Are you kidding?
Don't think about it too much. Just don't think about it too hard. Okay. Medicinal, same as Nyota. Survival with a -10.
He will use his spices to negate the penalty.
The penalty is there because it's a competition penalty. You're trying for plating and pizzazz.
Okay.
Alright, then that just leaves Mina.
Mina will dice up some potato, carrots, and then...
Hold on.
Okay, start over. Sorry. The
Gotcha. She will dice up some potatoes, some carrots, and cook it in with it, and just a little bit of fruit to enhance it, and then she will top that off with Mama Yeet's red hot real zebra hot sauce that she made with Grandma Yeet.
Ah, yes, the real secret hot sauce made with Grandma Yeet.
Real Grandma Yeet, not like the fake, like authentic stuff.
100% real grandmas.
Not essence, actual extract.
Made with her, not out of her.
I knew what you meant, but I couldn't leave it alone.
Okay, we're good.
Call them and yell at them profusely. Oh, okay. Well, hot damn. Scopolamina.
We had to use real zebra hot sauce to win, or to at least compete. So,
yeah, okay. I suppose the competition falls to the palates of the. I want to say celebrity panel, but I can't actually say that with a straight face. So instead, we've got these assholes. But yeah, okay. Goddamn. All right, so then I suppose that would just leave Sunrise, Mythic, and Chifundo on as the taste test panel, or are they just off doing something completely irrelevant?
That totally makes it sound like we're the judges of this fish cook-off.
Yes. If there are 3 people having a cooking competition, by matter of fact of the universe, the people surrounding them have been turned into the impromptu judges as they go around going, "You gotta try my food," and then what are you gonna do? Say no and be that asshole?
Looking at the scores, it looks like Mina did the best.
Persona 4 flashbacks.
I just want to point out this panel of judges does not seem impartial.
Not at all.
Yes, this is what would you like me to just snap my fingers and have there be suddenly some sea ponies for exactly one scene that isn't explained anywhere and is a gaping plot hole that one could put a skyship through?
I mean, you've done weirder things with Wild Wasteland.
Also, they could very well just be, sea ponies that look like sea ponies, but they're actually Cthulhian, Lovecraftian nightmares.
I was about to say merpones.
Right, Hayes.
Wait a minute. I have the solution. Let's go pop open that building and ask the person, the creature or person inside there, what they think.
I like that idea. Let's go with that one.
I mean, I was gonna say, guys, I'm a neutral party, but you know what? That idea also works. I'm down with sharing that seat.
Mythic, what's your survival?
Well, you
40.
would be offering them food after letting them out.
3 pretty good meals too.
I don't.
I can't cook it, but I can taste it.
Congratulations, we have once more broken the moon. Everybody, please mark off that space on your bingo card.
Oh, you know what? Just for that, I'm gonna
And
go
for
grab
those of
another
you playing
beverage.
the drinking game, take a shot.
Which is why I have to go step away. My drink is empty.
Just remember, this is brought to you all with love from us.
Well, all I know is I go based on the rolls. Mina better be the winner.
Well, here's the thing. Hot sauce has a nasty habit of being divisive. That's why Nyota didn't use any of the hot spices in his fish, because he wanted to preserve the flavor of the fish.
Well, I was just going based on how well the rolls went. I mean, for once, Mina didn't get that typical, maximum roll outside of reality.
Oh, believe me, I don't disagree that, by the roll, she made the best dish. It's going to be up to the role play for the future, for the actual scene. But overall, I would say that, Mina's going to win this one. We're just going to play it out.
I don't know. Hayes got the good first roll there.
Well, that was to clean the fish and get the meat harvested.
Looking at the rolls, Nyota did 39 compared to 90. Medicinal Haze did 47 compared to the 90. Amina did 12 compared to 91. So that meant she did a really whopping good job on making the fish, but she did use the spicy sauce. Granny eats screaming sauce, probably going to cause a little bit of trouble for some pony. Oh, and yes, I'm like hypersensitive to capsaicin, so even mild burns.
Meanwhile, I'm kind of a weirdo. There's a place here in town that does a braised pork belly that uses, I want to say, fresh red jalapenos, dried Thai chili peppers, and then chili oil as the main base for their sauce. But it's so good.
Oh, one of my favorite things to order at a Mexican place is served with a jalapeno jelly. And that's not hot because I don't know how it's made, but the jalapeno jelly is just sweet and yummy and good.
Well, even the mildest of salsa tends to burn a little bit. I need drinks with it.
Well, I'm going to step away for a minute and get something to drink too.
Yeah, I've put us on intermission.
I'm gonna nab a snack real quick.
As fires burn out from yesterday, a wandering mare's found a better way. For just as night seems most dark, the sunrise comes to warm our hearts.
Through the ashes of war, through the blood and the gore of man, once more than this world that is torn. A group that cannot just be stopped or forgot will rise to overcome all odds. And with every new day, through the parts that we play, as we push fear away and remember the ways of a man who was kind and whose words will remind. Do better.
not from how far our journey so ruthless, I still bear the scars. And what matters ain't that the world saw its end, but what kind of life we will spend.
I'm trying to be better, but still miss the mark. And each time I save you, I'm left in the dark. No,
When you're in trouble, I'll be by your side. My love for you ain't gonna hide. Can't stop returning. A penance unpaid and a body left laid, but inside the fire keeps burning.
Still death is calling. The rivers run dry neath a blackened out sky, and all the dead trees are falling.
Okay, and now that you have sufficiently reminded me that there is no challenge that I can't throw at you that you will find some way to just derail the train of. With that over, Mina has made the best dish. I have food for the rest of this fucking campaign.
We love you, Moon. We truly appreciate you, and you actually do come up with unique challenges that require us to think outside the box.
Yes, but then I give you unique challenges where the instructions are printed on the box and you're just going, it's a fucking trap!
Okay, so we're good at stuff we don't know how to deal with, and we can't pour piss out of a boot with instructions written on the heel.
You're like, yeah, yes, literally that. If I throw a challenge at you that I'm pretty sure you can solve, yes, piss out of a boot.
What did I miss?
Boone, the numerous number of games I've run, I'd be lucky if that was my only frustration.
At least we all show up on time.
Oh, that's fair.
At least we haven't had somebody try to commit necrophilia in the middle of combat.
I'm sorry, what?
No.
That's an
not asking
incredibly
that question.
specific.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, not asking that question.
No, we're asking that question. That needs an explanation. I don't care what derailment that needs to be explained.
That is not safe for Chris.
So far, my only attempt to try to play Starfinder ended up being with a bunch of high school kids, and we were running through the first Starfinder adventure path, and yeah, one of them trying to be a funny goofball
Hi.
literally said that his character will commit
For everyone, for the
necrophilia
future, for
in the
your
middle of
needs, for your
combat.
work ahead.
That is promptly which ended up initiating PvP, and I immediately went, you know what? No, I'm not dealing with this. And I just got up and left. Probably the only time I've actually left the gaming table.
Yeah, for me it was when one of my players decided to destroy the sacrificial altar by jacking off on it.
And now moving on.
Yep.
I warned
You know,
you.
that's right in line there with the barbarian who was 10 XP short, who took a shit in the corner of the dungeon and got RP XP. This led to the entire party just everywhere. And this is why I was extremely hesitant to give you lot XP for just doing something random. I thought my campaign would wind up covered in shit.
Anyway, so that's probably one of my worst role-playing game experiences. How was yours? Or should we just actually try to get back on the rails?
It's lunchtime.
Yeah. So out of the three of the dishes, Sonny, I'd give your bias, your personal bias towards Nyota and all of the things he does a +20, and even with that, Mina's dish is still better. But all of the food is good, all of the food is restorative, and anyone who is down insanity will recover a point from this just glorious gathering of calm soul food. And you know what? This fish tried to eat me, so I ate it. There's a sense of order in the world as you write just such a mild, minute wrong.
I'm just gonna go gain 3 pride points back. Y'all keep going.
And
pride points don't recover. Well, no, yes, yeah. Roll me a d4. You'll recover that many pride points.
There we go. I already did it. I did it for myself.
My boy.
I think this is the first time he's ever actually recovered pride damage. Shit.
I thought you recovered pride damage after the bout with the Cazador.
Oh yeah, I think I did that too.
Hi.
Unfortunately, I still have 5 on the trauma counter. That could never be
forgot
recovered.
I have more
That's
haha
permanent
get more
damage.
mons for your amazing face.
I would say you recovered one of those points of trauma.
I don't know. With this party, considering he's gotten all 5 of those from this party,
you're currently eating a fish that tried to eat you.
All right. I'll take it up a point. I'll take it down.
That's why I said 1. That's why I said 1.
Think of this on the good side. We didn't have to try and cook up a fish that did eat you.
I mean,
Let me
we
have
would have
my
gotten
trauma.
you
Let me have my trauma recovery. Do not give me more trauma.
Yeah, we trod this path with Martini, and let's not go there again.
Anyway.
I just realized that there's a reality where we threw the fish back.
I don't want to live in that reality.
Sunrise, there's a reality where I said, no, I'm not going to run a game for you. There's lots of realities.
None of them are real.
Life has many doors, Ed Horse.
Anyway, as the meals go around, Nyota will look over at Mina and at Medicinal Haze and kind of shake his head. It's like, I don't know how you guys do it, but these are damn good. Like, Mina, I've come to expect you make good food, but this, yeah, got it. He just looks confused and equal parts pleased.
You're good.
You're pretty good too.
You're a good cook, but I think you're more used to just cooking for yourself and not so much for a group.
I mean, there's that, but also, just not used to cooking fish. Now, there's been like rad hog or something else, and sure, but gives a bit of a shrug.
He's just, I'm just used to. It ain't that far from or cooking isn't that far from alchemy.
He understands.
Yeah, but alchemy has specific rules and recipes. I just kind of went with what worked.
I feel like this is a difference of opinion that we should all just agree we have. Cooking is an art, and cooking can be a science. It all depends on how you want to do it.
I'm pretty sure we all agree. It's good food.
Good eating is good eating.
It's been so long since I've had fish.
Well, there's more than enough for the rest of the day, and considering we all made meals for everybody, I think, well, at the very least, we could probably put some of this aside after all the other fish is smoked up. Put the rest of this aside and enjoy the next couple of days without any sort of problems. Well, aside from dealing with the... I'm just going to assume it's probably one of the camp counselors stuck in the big building.
Yeah, kind of have this ghoulish feeling because it's been in there probably for a while, and it needs to eat and have food. So I have to think that it's maybe a ghoul.
Probably. I'm also going to take a wild screamer and say that Coffee Stain would probably be happy to have the Philly Scout camp back.
I'm not sure. We haven't had anybody out this far or out at this end. There's another troop that covers from this way down. We're all part of the same organization, but
Well, I mean, regardless, it'd be returning what is rightfully the Philly Scouts to the Philly Scouts.
to be honest, I'm not quite sure why they don't use this place anymore.
Well,
I could think of a number of reasons. It is kind of close to that South Shore place you guys don't seem to much care for. And maybe they just don't want to deal with whatever's in the cabin.
Admittedly, I think the larger number of Philly Scouts are probably Earth Ponies.
Good point. But, if we get an outpost out here that's well armed and armored, we could start making things difficult for South Shore.
Personally, I don't think they want to fuck with the Philly Scouts. I don't think even South Shore is that stupid.
Yeah, it'd probably be best for them just to deal with us. I would assume we may actually have dealings with them. I'm not 100% sure. At least for safe passage.
Hey, once South Shore gets turned into customers, then they'll be wrapped around the hoof of the Philly Scouts.
As I said, I don't know that aspect of this end of the land.
Speaking of that, I've been thinking about going out and exploring the surroundings of the camp area. Anybody want to join me?
Oh, sure. I've been meaning to go and see if I can't go and round up some more green herb. I might as well cook up some more rejuvenation potions while we're here.
Yeah, I'm gonna look over the files we found in the bird's computer and take another look at the stuff in my pip book and see what matches up and makes sense.
Well, if you guys are heading out to go look for stuff, then I'm going to stay here with Sunny and keep an eye on things.
Sweet. We shouldn't be too long.
Yeah, I think I'll go with the boys and let you keep an eye on things, Iota. She winks at him.
Cough, cough.
I'll make sure not to distract her too much.
Chifundo?
Chifundo sort of thinks for a few minutes about what he'd like to do, and I think Chifundo would like to just sort of meditate on the general area, I think.
That's fair.
I'd step over to Chifundo. You doing all right, bud?
Yeah, just after spending time in that mine, just need to gather myself a little bit.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Well, seeing as how, Sunny's right here, might as well, just relax, get a little bit of meditation in, kind of straighten things out a little bit.
Yeah, Chifundo, the whole point of coming here was just to take a couple of days off. Just, if something's bugging you, we can talk about it.
No, just not sure what to make of what we found in the bottom of that hole. And what to do about it. Something like that I don't want to leave unresolved.
I can understand that.
I'm still not 100% sure what we did find.
That's why I want to look over the documents and files we took with us and see what we did find, okay? And if it's something we need to go take care of, we'll go take care of it. And if not, then it's just one more thing off of our minds.
Yeah.
I'll nod and grab out, one of the beach towels and just set it out on the boardwalk, out on the pier thing here we got, and just start to stretch, just relax.
Well, if you're sure, Chifundo, if you need to talk, I mean, I wouldn't mind if you came with us just to keep us all out of trouble.
I've got a feeling you should be alright.
Well, if you change your mind, you can always find us. And I mean, I'll throw my help into the pot if you ever need any help with anything arcane, or anything else for that matter.
Sounds good. Let's go with it.
First, though, I would like to get out of my swimsuit. I am not wandering around this area without at least some form of armor.
I don't blame you one bit and would encourage that. I think I'll leave mine on for right now. It's not like I'm going anywhere hazardous.
Right, just stay away from the lake. I'm pretty sure you'd probably just go straight to the bottom. Unless it's buoyant? And it's just to avoid making crack about fat ass floating.
You're gonna get punched.
Luckily, he does not say that out loud.
Mythic.
What?
I know you've been staring. It's okay. Now go get your armor on and go help Hayes and Scapola.
I'm gonna put my armor on, but I'm keeping the striped socks.
I haven't. It's not like. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go grab my armor. I don't feel like explaining this, and trots off.
He just shrugs and goes and puts on his armor as well.
I have completely missed the campground. Here we are.
Yeah, I'm doing the best I can with maps. Okay, so
Hold. Okay, you're good. I apologize. I'm trying to.
no, you are doing the best you can to handle the punches you are being thrown.
And hold again. It just went haywire.
I know that feel all too well. That was my internet for years.
All right, everybody, we're going to take an intermission. I'm actually going to stop and restart the stream by restarting my computer and also restarting the router. So we're going to take like 5 minutes because it just died.
Everybody hang in there. We'll be right back.
Hopefully this will be done on the other side.
After the